Let's set the tone, a bottle of red wine and pheromone.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm feeling so good today because I washed my hair yesterday and retwisted. I actually did not retwist all of it. This is the front retwist. I did like this much. And I'm getting ready to moisturize. In this container, I just have some coconut oil with a few drops of peppermint essential oil, and I'm going to use that to just coat down the length of my locks. This is not the same as moisturizing my scalp. I typically only do this right after a wash.
The conversation flows, a couple of hours, see how it goes. I really trust my senses, catch me if I fall. So done with second guessing, you seem to have it all. In love enough for anything, emotional too soon. You got my invitation, now the rest is up to you. Kick it, rendezvous, make some time for me and you. Get you over, treat you right. We vibing like Kick it, rendezvous, make some time for me and you.
I used to have so many more locks than I do now, especially here. Like this section right here, this used to be like 3 locks. Now it's 1. And I have a lot of other areas in which I've had to combine locks. Look, I just found the one. This is one. You can see how thick it looks now, but it used to be 2 separate locks. These were just too thin for me. I didn't like it. I don't like them. I'm fine with thick, full hair, and I'm fine with having a lot of locks as long as they are thick and full. If they're thin, I don't want that. And so the thickness of this combined, I had to find it again. This is another one. I have a lot of these. But the thickness of that lock where it's now combined, this is another one as well. This thickness, that's the thickness that I'd like to have. And so what I do is once they start kind of meshing together at the root, and you'll notice this like after a wash, especially if you don't retwist right away, you'll notice that some locks, they just want to marry. They just want to be together. Who am I to separate them? So what I do is I just start retwisting them together. So you want to be together? Fine. I'm retwisting you together. And then if I feel like it, you know, along the way, once they're locked at the root, then I might cut one of them off. It's so funny how our locks are like our babies and they have like a personality on their own. It's like, you know, the subject of cutting is so taboo. When I do a little pruning, I love it after. When you haven't gone through the lock process yet, you have no idea that some locks would become thinner, some locks would become thicker. I've had to make changes. I have a whole video detailing when I first cut my hair to when I first got my locks in, and it actually journeys through my first year of locks. So if you're just starting your journey, then that's definitely a video you want to check out. I'll link it above for you. How many locks do I have? So first we have to take a couple of things in mind. I have combined many locks, right? So for the locks that I have combined, and I have 2 at the end, I'm not going to count this as 2. I'm just going to count from the root. Like if you've been following me on Instagram from the very beginning, you know that I started off with the name 300 locks because that's about how many locks that I had on my head. And now not only have I combined many, so I have a lot less locks, but I also have an undercut. Oh, you didn't know? You didn't know I had an undercut? I've had this undercut for over 5 years. And yes, because my hair is so thick and full, no one would ever know unless I showed you. I don't wear my hair up often because it leads to headaches for me. I'm just really simple with it. I just wear it down most of the time. But when I wear my hair up and I go out, people are always shocked. Like, oh my God, when did you cut your hair? And I'm like 5 years ago. with that said, let's get into this lock count and see how many locks I have. So here we go.
It's something in the way you talk. I'll show my hand, let's play it out. Putting my heart up on the table. I really trust my senses. Catch me if I fall. So done with second guessing. You seem to have it all. In loving enough for anything emotional too soon. You got my invitation, now the rest is up to you. Kick it, rendezvous. Make some time for me and you. Get you over, treat you right. We vibing like Kick it, rendezvous. Make some time for me and you. Get together, you and I. We vibing like
Oh my God, I think I gotta start over. Oh my goodness. I gotta start over. I should have done it a different way. Okay. Okay, we gotta do it this way. See, this why I never do this. I don't like all these technicalities. All right, so I gotta start over. It got thick. It got thick and confusing. So this is what I'm gonna do. I just parted it down the middle kind of with my fingers, and I'm gonna start with this side and then this side. And I learned a technique. I can grab like 5 at a time. 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's see.
it's getting kind of personal. I know my inhibitions, I just let them go. Stole my heart just like a criminal. I think it's time you let me know if you wanna.
Wow. I have exactly 60 right here. So this is 60. Now for the other side. Let me just put this in a quick fishtail braid to get it out the way. Okay.
Kick it, rendezvous. Make some time for me and you. Get you over, treat you right. We vibing like Kick it, rendezvous. Make some time for me and you. Get together, you and I. We vibing like
42. Okay. So I counted 60 on this side and 42 on this side, which would give me 102 locks. I might just combine a couple more just to even it out to an even 100. I like that number. I love this thickness where I am now, so 102 locks, that's good for me. Keep in mind, I do have an undercut, and the first time I did a lock count on my page, it was before my undercut, I think. We're talking about from here up, I have 102 locks.
we vibing like
'Now we know the number, but keep in mind that everyone's locks are different. If you want your locks to look like mine, I would not suggest that you go to a loctician and tell them to give you 102 locks. all of us have places in our hair where it's thicker or thinner than other places, and in those places you'll have to have thinner or thicker locks to compensate. Also, you never know what your full grown locks are going to mature to and how more thick they'll get. Like my daughter, for instance, I locked her hair and then they got super thick, and I ended up combing her locks out. Yes, it is possible to comb out locks. I have started, maintained, and combed out my daughter's locks. I'll link that video for you. So, you know, if you're thinking about getting locks but you don't want to make the commitment, yes, keep in mind that combing them out is possible. But if you're not patient enough to even begin the loc journey, then I don't know how patient you would be to comb out locks, because that, my friend, is some serious work. So guys, thanks for tuning into my channel. I hope this video was helpful to you. I'll see you next time.